Are you tired of being rejected by women who are out of your league? Do you want to know the secret to winning an older woman's heart? It's not about being a millionaire or a movie star, but about understanding the subtle signs she's sending your way. Older women are often more confident, self-assured, and knowledgeable about what they want, making them a fascinating and attractive partner. But how do you know if an older woman wants to be approached? In this article, we'll reveal the 7 signs an older woman wants to be approached, so you can make your move with confidence. 1. The lingering gaze. You've probably heard that eye contact is important, but with older women, it takes on a whole new level of significance. When an experienced, confident woman is interested, she's not afraid to let her eyes do the talking. Look for extended eye contact that goes beyond a casual glance. If she holds your gaze for a few seconds, then looks away only to return her attention to you moments later, that's a strong indicator of interest. This triangular gaze, where her eyes move from your eyes to your mouth and back again, is a classic sign of attraction. But it's not just about duration. The quality of her gaze matters too. Does she have a slight smile playing at the corners of her mouth? Do her eyes seem to sparkle with intrigue? These subtle cues can speak volumes about her level of interest. Remember, older women have typically mastered the art of the subtle invitation. They're not likely to stare you down from across the room. Instead, they'll send out these softer signals, inviting you into their orbit without seeming overeager. Pro tip: if you catch her looking at you multiple times over the course of an evening, especially if she smiles or quickly looks away when you notice, that's your cue to make a move. She's giving you plenty of runway to approach with confidence. 2. Body language that beckons. While the eyes may be the window to the soul, the body is the doorway to intention. Older women, with their years of social experience, are masters at using nonverbal cues to signal their interest. First, pay attention to her posture. Is she turned towards you, even if she's not directly facing you? This subtle orientation of her body is a subconscious signal of openness and invitation. If she's seated at the bar, for instance, and her legs are crossed with the top leg pointing in your direction, that's another positive sign. Watch for what body language experts call preening behaviors. These are small, often unconscious actions people take when they're attracted to someone. For women, this might include playing with or twirling her hair, smoothing her clothes, adjusting her jewelry, licking or biting her lips. These actions serve a dual purpose. They're self-soothing behaviors that help manage the excitement of attraction, and they also draw attention to features she wants you to notice. Another powerful indicator is if she mirrors your movements. If you lean in slightly and she does the same, or if she takes a sip of her drink right after you do, these synchronized movements are a strong sign of rapport and interest. Lastly, pay attention to proximity. If an older woman is interested, she may find reasons to be physically closer to you. Maybe she squeezes past you at the bar when there's plenty of room elsewhere, or she chooses the seat next to you when others are available. These accidental brushes of contact are rarely accidental at all. 3. The art of conversation. When it comes to verbal cues, older women tend to be more subtle and sophisticated than their younger counterparts. They're not likely to resort to cheesy pickup lines or overly flirtatious banter. Instead, look for these conversational signs of interest. She asks thoughtful, personal questions. If she's taking the time to really get to know you, diving past surface-level small talk, that's a great sign. Questions about your passions, your goals, or your views on life indicate she's genuinely intrigued by who you are as a person. She shares personal information. Reciprocity is key in attraction. If she's volunteering information about herself, her work, her hobbies, her experiences, without being directly asked, she's inviting you into her world. She finds common ground. Listen for phrases like "me too," or "I love that as well." An older woman interested in you will often try to establish connections and shared interests. She uses your name. There's power in the personal. If she peppers the conversation with your name, it's often a sign of heightened engagement and attraction. She laughs at your jokes, even if you're not exactly Chris Rock. An interested older woman will often find your attempts at humor charming. Genuine laughter and smiles are great indicators of enjoyment and attraction. She compliments you. Older women are often more direct with their praise. If she's complimenting your sense of style, your intelligence, or any other personal qualities, take it as a very positive sign. She keeps the conversation going. If she's asking follow-up questions, introducing new topics, or seeming reluctant to end the interaction, these are all green lights for you to continue your approach. Remember, the key here is engagement. An older woman who's interested will be an active participant in the conversation, not just passively responding to your questions. 4. The touch test. Physical touch is a powerful communicator of interest, and older women often use it with intention and subtlety. While younger women might be more overt with physical contact, mature women typically employ a less is more approach that can be devastatingly effective. Look for these accidental touches. A light brush of her hand against yours when reaching for her drink. A touch on your arm or shoulder to emphasize a point in conversation. Leaning in close to speak, allowing her body to lightly contact yours. These fleeting moments of contact serve multiple purposes. They allow her to gauge your reaction, establish a physical connection, and signal her openness to further interaction. Another sign to watch for is if she touches herself while talking to you. This might include running her fingers along her necklace, caressing her own arm, or playing with her earrings. These self-touches often indicate she's feeling a bit nervous, in a good way, and also serve to draw your attention to her physical features. If you're seated together, pay attention to the space between you. Does she seem to be gradually minimizing that gap over time? This slow elimination of personal space is a classic sign of growing comfort and attraction. Remember, touch is a two-way street. If you initiate a light, appropriate touch, like a brief hand on her shoulder while laughing at a joke, and she doesn't pull away or seem uncomfortable, that's a very positive sign. Bonus points if she reciprocates with a touch of her own. 5. The invitation to continue. One of the clearest signs that an older woman is interested in being approached is if she creates opportunities for the interaction to continue or deepen. This can manifest in several ways. She suggests moving to a quieter spot. If she proposes relocating to a more intimate area of the venue, perhaps a corner booth or a secluded table, she's signaling her desire for more focused one-on-one time with you. She mentions future activities. Listen for subtle hints about things she enjoys doing. If she talks about a great jazz club she knows or a new exhibition at a local gallery, she might be fishing for you to suggest experiencing these things together. She doesn't check her phone. In our hyper-connected world, an older woman who keeps her attention firmly on you, ignoring incoming messages or calls, is demonstrating that you're a priority in that moment. She introduces you to her friends. If she's out with a group and makes a point of bringing you into her social circle, that's a strong indication of interest. She's integrating you into her world and likely wants her friends' approval. She lingers. Pay attention to closing time. If last call comes and goes and she's making no moves to leave, she's probably hoping you'll suggest continuing the evening elsewhere. She asks about your plans. Questions like "What are you up to for the rest of the night?" or "Do you have any exciting weekend plans?" are often veiled invitations for you to include her in those plans. Time dilation. If you look at your watch and realize hours have passed in what felt like minutes, that's a great sign. When we're enjoying someone's company, time seems to fly, and she's likely feeling the same way. 6. The power of proximity. Older women are often masters of the subtle art of physical positioning. They understand that proximity is a powerful tool in nonverbal communication, and they use it to their advantage when they're interested in being approached. Here are some proximity-based signs to watch for. She positions herself near you. In a bar or social setting, an interested older woman might choose to stand or sit close to you, even if there's plenty of space elsewhere. This could mean taking the seat next to you at the bar or positioning herself within your line of sight. She finds reasons to be in your space. Maybe she needs to squeeze past you to get to the bar, even though there's an easier route available. Or perhaps she asks to borrow something simple like a napkin or a pen, creating an excuse for interaction. She maintains close distance during conversation. When you're talking, does she stay within that bubble of personal space, or does she back away? An interested woman will often maintain a closer distance, leaning in to hear you better in a noisy environment. She orients her body towards you, even if she's not directly facing you. Her feet and torso might be pointed in your direction. This subconscious body positioning is a strong indicator of interest. She doesn't create barriers. In group settings, watch to see if she positions herself in a way that keeps the path open between you. Avoiding physical barriers, like putting her purse between you, is a subtle invitation for closer interaction. She accidentally bumps into you. In crowded spaces, an interested older woman might create small moments of physical contact, like brushing against you while moving through the crowd. Remember, proximity is about creating opportunities for interaction. An older woman who's interested in being approached will often manufacture these opportunities, placing herself in your orbit and making it easy for you to initiate contact. 7. The smile that speaks volumes. A smile is universally recognized as a sign of warmth and welcome, but when it comes to older women, the nuances of their smiles can tell you a lot about their level of interest. Here's what to look for. The genuine smile. Psychologists distinguish between social smiles, which only engage the mouth, and genuine smiles, which engage the whole face, including the eyes. A genuine smile, often called a Duchenne smile, involves crinkles around the eyes and a slight lift in the cheeks. If you're receiving these authentic smiles, it's a strong positive sign. The lingering smile. Does her smile seem to last just a beat longer when she's looking at you? This extended expression of warmth is often a subconscious signal of attraction. The coy smile, a slight, almost secretive smile accompanied by brief eye contact before looking away, can be incredibly inviting. It's like she's sharing a private joke with you, creating an instant sense of intimacy. The repeated smile. If you notice her smiling at you multiple times across the room, even when you're not directly interacting, take it as a clear invitation to approach. The responsive smile. How does she react when you smile at her? If she quickly and warmly returns your smile, it's a good indicator that she's open to interaction. The playful smirk, a slight, asymmetrical smile, can indicate intrigue and attraction. It's like she's saying, "I'm interested to see where this goes," without uttering a word. Remember, context is key. A polite, professional smile from a woman in a work setting is different from the warm, inviting smile of someone in a social environment who's open to being approached. Approaching an older woman can be intimidating, but by recognizing the 7 signs she wants to be approached, you can increase your chances of success. Remember to be confident, respectful, and genuine in your approach, and you may just find yourself with an older woman who's perfect for you. Don't be afraid to take the initiative and make your move, and always prioritize respect and consent in your interactions.